think has the advantage in terms of the Orisa mirror. Like, I actually think like it almost, I mean, it's hard to say, but
Jay, I went against you yesterday. Stop giving me freelo, freak. I love you. That's crazy because I didn't play yesterday. I haven't played in 4 days.
Really well.
Congratulations,
I
idiot.
Really like Pelican.
You won an
Tracer.
award.
So when we've seen, you know, Toronto
the idiot award.
And we see someone playing like some Winston at
times. If people want to talk shit, I want to talk shit back.
I think the Orisa is something that I know potentially I would give M80 the upper hand.
Yeah, Hawk's definitely showed a ton of improvement over the tank, over just since even starting Overwatch.
Sorry, my bad. I forgive you. You beat me. You know what you can also beat me in? Buying the battle pass. Make sure to buy it. If you buy the battle pass,
sadly, same with Ultra
you beat me, man.
Merritt just managed to find a pick across the map with a fully charged railgun. That is the first point.
Yeah, it's Pelican actually trying to put some pressure onto RuPaul in the back line there, and just gets taken out by Kunai. So really nice play from RuPaul, as it'll be Toronto
come here, can you look at this?
Control of the point first. That's a sick long-range spear. Yeah.
Like, Happy slid off the side of the wall and then went into the
I want Toronto to find the win. They lost yesterday. I want them to come back and win. Come on.
Right, Ultraviolet at least has got this rush in 10%. RuPaul, similarly. Someone is pressuring the point. I can imagine that is Pelican. Probably going to get checked in just a moment.
Right?
You see Mary at the bottom left of your screen there, kind of looking over towards it. There's both rushes coming in. It's Happy that's first to fall. Toronto Defiant mean a business now as they push Hawk through Kitchen. Force that
so I got to do both?
Over health from, not over health, sorry, just the additional armor from the 4 to 5. There's a cap as well.
Then why would I need to do
wasn't
that?
really in this fight, just look to find a flip. 8%. Toronto still end up recapping though, so 8% lost, I suppose, for Toronto there.
Yeah, Pelican's just trying to like draw them back towards the point, but they don't really even care about it, right? They just kind of push on forward, get the kills, and then there's no way that Pelican's holding the point alone, right? So they just take him out on the exit. So a really good start here for the Defiant. It's been pretty dominant.
Man is draining my
I could not want to burning the recall there. It was a little bit too scared.
No, I'm not. Can I get 5 gifted?
From Merritt on the other side of things. Lai trying to make the cross. Merritt pretty low. Hawk on the point. Contested by someone, but it's up to Merritt now to try and just tip it in Toronto Defiant's favor. Liar. No way he escapes that one, unfortunately. Oh, that was a Hail Mary pulse one from Pelican. Worth the attempt, but unfortunately, you're going to face the wrath of RuPaul. A Terror Surge used by Hawk. Did end up killing Sugar Free, but this is really fun.
Eth is a fucking god. I appreciate the massive 5 gifted. Dude, appreciate the massive 8 months.
Almost got taken out there on the overextension.
Man, if Merritt shoots like this, though, on the Sojourn, I mean, do whatever the hell you want on the other side. It's going to be very difficult to beat as Hawk goes over to the Doom here, just trying to get a touch.
Yeah, they do get the touch in the end. It wasn't Hawk, it was Pelican this time.
The Tracer.
Here comes the beats. Does hit 5, but Vega and RuPaul have got ults. Seems like an easier, later beat and a better beat from Vega. And they can also lay down the rush. Lies 1 HP. They still have to manage to juggle the point here. You can see Happy ascending to the high ground. He's got a good overview of someone in the rest of the fight, but I mean, shooting someone is great and all, but you're just fully armored up. Like, you hit that over, you hit the
good
the armor, and
Toronto.
You're not going to go down. Like, this Fortify is just so frustrating for the Sojourns to find damage in, and then as soon as that wore off, oh, Terror Surge, now you just can't kill me. Happy was in a good spot to try and take over the game, but it is Toronto Defiant. The 108%. Might as well have been 0 for that first round.
Good shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto looked awesome there in the mirror. Really,
Steezy, pretty sure I get this on my friend.
That is a pretty strong comeback there at the start for the Defiant, as it looks like now potentially here on this next point. Sightline's a little bit, I know you want to play in like that medium like range on the point, so this is a really good Cassidy combo that with the Baptiste here. Look here for the Defiant. There's for M80 thus far it'll probably be Pelican switching the Tracer, and they'll keep the Kariko here with the Cassidy.
True.
Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of discussion over the last few weeks about the Kiriko versus the Bat, like Cass versus Soj, etc. Especially on this point. The back feels so good. Like, the angles you can get on the windows are just so nasty. Plus the lamp, you can hide it behind a lot of these big pillars as well. It's very hard to take down unless you take a small little off angle, which can be very frustrating to kind of deal with at times. But when you've got people like Merritt on your side with almost triple dinking Happy across the map, it can be pretty easy to deal with those pesky people looking to make some
It's just so sick with the Cassidy Cassidy as well, right? Like Cassidy already is really difficult to take out as Vega falls here first, but you know, then with obviously the damage reduction that Cassidy gets, plus the immortality field, the healing of the Baptiste, Reese is already difficult to deal with as well. It's very hard to dislodge both of them.
Good shots coming out from Merritt.
It's already a Deadeye.
Got a Deadeye coming out. Oh, did get speared. A little jump spear there from Hawk, but that's pretty much all CD's used. They'll come up.
Oh, are you watching
quicker
me do
now,
that? I
though,
thought you
with
were
the
reading
Ultraviolet
chat.
using this rush on the point. And with Merritt dead, where's the damage for Toronto? I mean, they've got the window, yes, but look, M80. They're just going to push on through it. Pulse bomb for Sugar Free. Looking for Liar, who's in trouble, struggling to get away from the Tracer. Oh, Pulse bomb, alley-oop over the wall. Didn't end up getting anything. And Happy just rolls back into the scene. And a headshot Sugar Free. Still trying to define are holding on, but for how much longer is really the question. There we go. Hawk pushing someone off the point, and then Pelican does the dirty work.
Bro, he would have connected with that pulse bomb. Oh my lord, that would have been wild. Just chucking it over the up and over the wall there, just trying to hit the Kiri is teleporting back to the Lucio there. So I do get a little bit of a take there for the Defiant, but like you mentioned, as soon as they lose Merritt, it's very difficult to kind of like, you know, hold on to that point.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Everybody for M80 kind of comes back. You have the Cassidy in the mix, and you know, the damage that Happy puts down. It's just there's no response.
You're reading this, I'm doing
sped
this.
Forwards. Uh-oh, who's on the side? It's Merritt.
Which I should be doing this because it's...
His team went one way, he went the other. Now High Noon splitting off both sides. Very unfortunate stuff. Quick reset though for Toronto. They know they can just go again. Don't want to fight without him.
Yeah, smart play though. They rush in with that Deadeye. They get the speed boost behind it. That kind of separates some players as they're all trying to hide. Turns the corner, the Hindrick grenade, and then just finishing off the Cassidy on the opposite side. So it'll be Defiant now trying to push this yet again. RuPaul gets low. They'll heal him back up as you'll have both support ults. So look for them to set Merritt up in a pretty good spot with the Sand Matrix.
Such a nice angle to get on as well. Just pop it down.
I do want to see both of these teams.
Just running through.
Well, both of these teams are going to be in DreamHack, but I want to see them play other regions.
Does hit 4, but Mary's actually the first to fall. Both Terror Surge being thrown into the mix.
I do want to see NA against EMEA. I feel like EA versus... Yeah, I think those games are going to be a lot of fun.
That focus fire at the very end of the fight from M80 was good to take down the tank, but...
RuPaul killed like half the team.
Then RuPaul and Sugar Free just decimating the rest.
Yeah, I mean, up on the high ground there, RuPaul and the Baptiste, you're so worried about some of that damage that Merritt and Co are putting down. Someone as well with that Terror Surge, RuPaul just goes unanswered up on the high ground, and that's going to have Ultraviolet. Be like, man, that looks fun. Let me go play the Baptiste as well. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
All right, big rotation. Throwing the Terracotta Bap skin as well. Mad respect, one of the best Bap skins. Stand up to RuPaul's. High Noon, Pulse Bomb for Toronto Defiant. Sugar Free trying to line these ones up. Oh, this High Noon around the corner. Ain't got to worry about a lamp right now if you're Sugar Free. There's a little bit of damage too. Hinder nades and a couple of headshots flung at Hawk. That's a lot of cooldowns already used to the Orisa. You can see him trying to back off now. Pulse Bomb on the floor for Sugar Free. No kills, but a lot of damage and a lot of separation too. 71% for Toronto Defiant, chasing away the rest of M80 who've got one final attempt here.
Yeah, and they're going to be walking right into the Sand Matrix yet again. You can set it up here
Did you give me
for
this?
the Defiant.
This is you.
It seems like M80, they want to get aggressive, right? We see Hawk constantly kind of like push on in, and it's working a little bit for M80, but now going straight through that Ant Matrix. It's going to be very costly in terms of the HP pools.
Deadeye looks like they want to take main this time around. Little speed boost. Spear ends up landing on Hawk there. Nice little tank by the Orisa. Can they end up flipping the script? Oh my, Ultraviolet. He just crumbled. Same with Happy. Oh my god, that window was instant. The kills just came through in a blink of an eye. There was no time to react with a lamp. And I mean, that's Toronto Defiant taking map number 1. 2 rounds under their belt, and that'll do it.
Damn, let's go. Let's go.
That is a fast
I think that's what happened yesterday, though, didn't it?
I actually think I perform better doing things in general when I'm a little bit hungry, so normally just a banana. I don't know. It's that hunger, like primal instinct, when primal man needed food and that what you need to do to survive was hunt, like that kind of thing. I don't know if that translates well into this kind of lit field of work, but maybe just a banana. Get some calories in it.
Yeah, make sure you're not, you know, not fishing in your own fish tank. I mean, that can't be doing that.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. First time that joke has ever been made. Huge one.
I'm really enjoying the Ashe gameplay.
Oh.
I love
Sometimes,
Ashe.
I don't know about you, man. I worry about you, actually. All right, M80 on the attack.
I don't.
Thank you, though. I just didn't want ice cream.
If you say so. Happy with the rotation to this mega health pack room. Really well isolated for the rest of his team. Really early recall from Sugar3 too, maybe fearing that magnate somewhat. Someone diving into Hawk's front line requires the lamp to try and get away, but a massive overextension by someone there.
Yeah, I don't know how he planned on staying alive, where it looks like actually RuPaul and Merit end up in the subway car pushed back. You see the kind of outline there. It's Vega in the choke as well, as everybody just splits up there from the Defiant. So I believe the defense the other day wasn't really spectacular either with this type of comp, where M80 was able to kind of come and take it. So same result as today.
Oh, at least it was a quick wipe-ish, so they're able to get
5 minutes on second phase for M80. That's insane.
That's what you got to tell yourself. It's summon.
It's basically like an Overwatch League team against an Overwatch League team too.
Already. It's going to take a hell of a spear to knock that one out of the air.
No, that's all you. I'm not hungry. I was on the fence. I was on the fence about buying the battle pass
right?
until Jay3 mentioned it. You're welcome.
That gap, you're gonna have
Maybe
to
now you can have more than 16k channel points in my chat.
Cassidy on the other side is Hawk getting close to a gravitic flux there, just kind of constantly putting damage down from the high ground.
Yeah, Pelican's got a pulse bomb as well, ready and raring to go. Same with Sugar3. Oh, Sugar3 got the better of Pelican though. A little differential there. Now they can really try and... Not sure they're going to be able to get any staggers. The amount of CC, you don't really want to step up again if you're someone. Yeah, decides better of it. All good. Good shot.
I love how Pelican plays. There is no thought on backing out of that fight. He's like, one of us is going to die here. And I think most of the time you'll take your chances if you're Pelican. But that time, Sugar3 does get the better as someone dodges the accretion. You see they're just trying to have Pelican, maybe see if he can move the cart a little bit, put a little bit more pressure here on the Defiant.
That's a very aggressive window. Look at that. From RuPaul, just taking that high ground. Bob in the back line as well. Supplements some of that damage. Merit and RuPaul just jumping on to the enemy high ground. Pretty much put the window
Defiant
down,
with the good defense.
Bob. M80 having to look at
that is filthy stuff.
The battle pass is a cheap way to get cosmetics.
On Widow. Is he going to stick with this?
Yep.
He is, yes. Good stuff. I really enjoyed Happy's Widow the other day.
Yeah, we saw this the other day.
Exactly.
They ended up bringing out the Widowmaker. We saw some Zenyatta play, I believe, from both these teams the other day as well. As it started to get a little bit crazy, but that was a really aggressive and really awesome use of that Ant Matrix from RuPaul. Gets up on the high ground there, has Merit, and just really, I think it kind of catches M80 off guard. I
really like the way Toronto Defiant are going to respond to this Widow pick. It's very hard to get angles if they're holding this close. And then look at RuPaul's positioning too. He's above them as they walk in. Not only additional damage, but so hard to kind of take down. Here's the window. It's going to get met with a lamp and a rally from Toronto Defiance. Well, that overhealth kind of building up over time now as they try and force RuPaul to drop down from this height on the top right. Here comes the rally. Terror surge in for M80. Liar isolated alone in the sidelines. Spear dodged. Happy dead. Dynamite and a pulse bomb thrown in. M80 just surrounded by Toronto Defiant.
Jay's using negative comments to promote the battle pass. This guy's a marketing genius.
They can't afford for any more people to go down. In fact, it's Pelican coming out with 2 kills in that fight.
Yeah, and it looked like they may have tried to chase actually Pelican out there for a second just to see if they can pick up the kill on the Tracer to give themselves a little bit more time to get everybody back at full strength. But when you push that deep, what sightlines does this Widowmaker have, right? It just becomes very
I feel like M80 is they're running into a wall right now. They're picking Widowmaker now. No, Happy played Widow last time and popped off.
Yeah, now Happy's got a lot more space afforded to him. But Toronto Defiant aren't disrespecting me in any way. Just not willing to peek some of these angles. I mean, even the Tracer here. No, yeah, Sugar3 not peeking his head down into the car wash area.
Nice push off.
And now Sight's come in. Up for 15 seconds. That's down at 125.
They're going to give up high ground here probably because of this infrasight, right? You're not going to kind of push up here and contest, but... Oh, that's a huge pick there.
Big Bob though on the high ground. However, RuPaul and Vega ends up going down. No supports left for Toronto Defiant. Sugar3 and someone still picking up kills. In fact, forcing Hawk to use the flux. Are they going to have the damage ready to follow up on this? Depends how many cooldowns someone has. No.
This is a good push by M80. I think they can.
Just solo
unless they can't kill Sugar Free.
Well, and someone actually
nope. Wow, I thought they were gonna. I thought they were up in numbers.
So you're gonna have the close response. The defense obviously is a sick stick.
I don't think you needed that. They were already getting out, but it's about sending a message.
Toronto
you know what message that was?
Take high ground and
by the battle pass.
Josh, you're nearing this last fight territory now as Happy moves over to the Sojourn, and then Hawk gonna play the Orisa here.
Choke.
So. What's pretty bad here is the M80 is going to be walking in. You can drop this Amp Matrix. It's not going to be as aggressive as the last time, right? Because there's no way to access that high ground.
I just slammed my desk. Why?
Cassie as opposed to the Ash, but still, you can make it pretty costly coming on in. You get one pick there. You're at like 20 seconds left. You know, this half is over.
20 seconds to go already. Hindenade on Happy, who's using this window on this high ground. Taking a leaf out of Toronto Defiant's book. M80 closing in on this overtime. 15 seconds to go. Window for RuPaul. Happy to take the duel against the man himself. And this is disastrous now, especially with this lamp going down. I mean, someone terrorist on. Do the greedy on him. Do it. M80 just gonna get
Yo, Toronto Defiant is looking like a different team today. Yo, what's up, Recall? Toronto Defiant is looking like a different team, dude.
Yesterday.
They did their VOD review
a little bit of
in one day. In one day, they did their VOD review.
Okay, fine. We lose a upper final, but once we get to that grand final, we're a completely different beast there. As Toronto stops M80 before they're able to get that second checkpoint. So really, all the pressure now on M80 on defense. Have a good first point hold.
Did you put your channel points on anyone?
Be rather tough. On defense, is Pelly going to go the Torm? Is my question. Works out pretty well for them
back
before. Pelican's Torm is kind of nasty too. Very hard thing to kind of dive and even poke out.
It's just so annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
Like, it's just constantly just being a nuisance where look like maybe the Torb there for a second, but it will be Pelican on Tracer. So they'll run the Sigma on defense here. To kick things off. The Sigma's also pretty good to control some of that high ground, that second point.
Which mythic skin is better in your opinion, Tracer or Hanzo? Probably the Hanzo.
I'm wondering if Toronto
I don't like the Tracer mythic that much.
Of course, Merritt's probably just going to
the Tracer mythic is good. I just don't like the intro when you're picking Tracer. Like the little...
Just give Toronto a quick listening though.
Like the little fucking thing going around. I hate it. And I picked Tracer so much to the point where it fucking annoyed me and I unequipped it.
Let's go.
I like the Hanzo one a little bit more, but the Tracer skin is good. Sigma. I just wish it didn't have that annoying sound.
Sigma Trey.
Cast.
Cast playing on point. Cast playing on point.
I'm gonna go left with you. I'm coming left. We're taking space. Cast Trey. Solo.
Okay.
Okay. We're changing him. Careful.
I'm going.
Wait,
Second one.
Oh, wait, we don't watch. Just go left now.
Yeah. We're walking up.
Get the man.
Wait, they want to push.
Yeah.
Push. No grenade. Wait, Give me. Hop on. I had better lamp.
Don't have land. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm low.
Hop on. Signal chip.
Break low. Break.
No grenade. Wait, Breman.
Yeah.
Wait, they want to push me.
Hop on again.
I'm good. You guys do it. You can do it. We good. Trade.
Guess one. Take one.
Wait, trade.
I love Ash. Putting Ash in this window is actually right into the window.
Take one.
We're back. We walking in my plus. Okay.
Yeah. Cast her. Guess one.
Oh, that's a good flush.
Oh my god.
High noon on Happy. Oh my, Happy getting that high noon. Almost gifted into him. Pulse bomb.
Can they use Sombra in tournaments? Yes, chat. No character is banned in tournaments. It's just that Sombra is not good right now. Well, in team
but unfortunately, he's met with an extinction event level rock there from someone. However, look at this rally coming in from Liar.
Yeah, this is rally. They like absolutely need to win this now. At this point, there's the rally's trying to keep.
Yeah, this is actually really bad for Toronto Defiant.
They still there.
They only got a minute 30 after this.
Oh, the flug.
Yeah, this is rally. They like absolutely need to win this now. At this point, there's the rally's trying to keep everybody alive. You have Hawk, Pelican, and Liar still there.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
So you might be able to hold.
That was a little weird.
The flugs.
Little hiccup.
Oh my word! It is just Pelican and Sugar Free at the very end. Sugar Free's one. Pelican can. Oh, no blinks. He had one blink left, and
yeah, this is a hold.
That was close.
So yeah, a little glitch in the matrix, chat. Sorry.
Yeah, both Traces have pulse bombs now. That was basically down to a 1v1.
Yeah, that was a wild fight. I also love the last comm we had was when someone was using the flux lifting Happy up in the Deadeye was RuPaul going, oh my god. And then we just came back to us. I would have loved to know what came after that. Is that's going to be the Bob going in and a kill early on Ultraviolet. It's going to be both supports down.
Goodbye, Liar. Nice pulse bomb from Sugar Free. That'll be it. You got to imagine. 3 on, or maybe just 1 on. Just try and force people to get maybe another pick here. Of course, supporters died, so damage is near permanent. But they're just going to back up. All good. Get the payload. With a minute to go. Double support of him for Toronto Defiant too. They've got to take this high ground fast, man. They can do with that giant shield, that giant shield bash too. So very frustrating to deal with the close quarters.
Yeah, and remember on defense, right? I think it will be a little bit different, but how aggressive they got with the Amp Matrix plus Ash combo up there on the high ground. Potential to do that again here, but this time from the offensive side to give them some space to get that payload to a spot where really they just need one fight to get it to a very close. They actually
gotta throw a dynamite. Oh, dynamite through the window is a lot of damage.
This time. Oh, Merritt just throwing out bullets directly towards M80. Wow, he's
not really good against the shield though.
Same with RuPaul. Someone wasn't there to like tank bullets and put shield. That RuPaul just dived down to the lower health portions of the subway. Just got taken out.
Oh, he almost has his ult. If he gets his ult, that would have been big. Oh, they're all so grouped up.
You rarely see an Ash push into that position, especially. Also you have the Baptiste there as well. So both those players get taken out, and yeah, maybe they thought there was like a kinetic grasp or someone was going to be in position. Maybe they thought they were all going to be on the same page and move forward in that way, but. Definitely not the case. Is now you're gonna have, it looks like Sugar Free try and move the payload, but Pelican goes there to contest.
Sugar Free's got control of that mega health pack and can receive a few packs too. Well, there's the High Noon in the flux. Any skulls in sight? Well, Pelicans now is scattered on the floor. Sugar Free deals with it.
That's quite big though. Like they're going to be able to move the payload off of this, right? Where yeah, see they have to back up and respect this, and look how close it is to just pushing into victory.
Bob's huge too.
Oh, they pushed the Bob, I think.
Away. Flux comes in, catches Merritt, and he ends up going down.
That was a good push. Who was that?
So no one can touch it.
Liar.
That window's going to be large and in charge. Pappy can use it.
I think
However,
this is
the
GG's
rally
though.
might just be too much for them to really deal with. 2.8 meters to go now. Sugar Free tries to distract Happy long enough for his frontliners to walk this one.
No, it's not GG's. Wow.
A pulse bomb and a kill
good defense by M80,
which will make sure M80 stay alive, at least for now.
No, Bob didn't hit a light post.
Yeah,
they pushed Bob. Liar used his flail to push him.
Before that second checkpoint and then stop there and be like a little bit of a backstop. It would have made it really difficult to get on through, but it gets knocked off course, gets sent all the way out and kind of in the middle of nowhere. So that ends up having that ultimate really result in just about nothing. Pretty huge play there from Liar.
Oh, winner from RuPaul can do pretty much the same thing again if he wants to. Shove on this high ground, although M80 don't quite have the same level of presence anymore. Happy almost going down to RuPaul's just...
Last fight, chat. Last fight. Who do you think wins? Toronto Defiant has the window.
Looked like he was
M80 has no ults. If they use a good window here, they win.
Like
Plus, someone almost has ult.
Oh, fan the hammer through the window.
I don't think that was a good hand. No, that was...
A lot of that damage was absorbed by Hawks.
They took space with it, but I don't think that was the best window they could...
Sugar Free and Pelican still duel in the lower streets. Happy falls though. 4v5 now for Toronto Defiant.
Someone almost has his ult. But Ultraviolet almost has window.
Advantage, and with Hawk under a lot of pressure, a lamp is forced out, and here's the flux.
Oh, he missed. He missed, chat. He could have had both supports, but they won. Oh my god, bro. I thought he was going to miss that ult, and then they were going to lose.
2-0 lead.
Yeah, so nothing really too special. I mean, this is probably what we would have saw on Coliseo as well. So I think what you're looking at here for Toronto is keep riding this hot hand to Merritt. I mean, we've seen, when He is on Hitscan, one of the best players, if not the best Hitscan player, in the world. And when he's feeling it, especially right now, you kind of keep him on these heroes. Cassidy, Ashe, the Sojourn as well. It just feels like a matter of time before he's going to land one of these shots.
Don't want to get speared or booped off the edge, though. Got to be a little bit cautious of that one, too. So someone just got like quad boop, like boop, boop, boop. Very frustrating. Ends up backing all the way up. You can see the presence from M80. Really standing up here. Abby using the slide, dipping behind the statue so he doesn't get one tapped out of midair. All right, bot's moving too. M80 in control, but Perma holding the stairs is exactly what someone's going to try and do, and then maybe retreat back to this little high ground, this little shop on the left-hand side of RuPaul if they do end up losing it past this section.
Yeah, M80 definitely feels like the more aggressive team throughout this series, right? Like, it always seems like, Hawk and Co moving forward, right? Maybe some rotations out for Toronto, as Toronto doesn't want to take as many fights, just the good fights.
Yeah. Sorry, I had
you don't need to take that many, but as long as they're
give
good,
the cat something, chat.
you're good. Oh, liar. Caught unawares there by the looks of it. Merit does end up going down to the kunais of Ultraviolet, which looks like they might get away. No, Vega's going to follow that one up with a swift boot.
Yeah, it just seems like Toronto just postures for the perfect time, when they have their cooldowns, they've, got a thing or two out of the other side, and they're so good at capitalizing on that, where, M80 constantly trying to push forward, right? I know everybody pushing forward, keeping that tempo up.
Pulse bomb for Pelican. Sugarfree's not far away either. Talk about how tough it is to get pulse bomb kills, let alone, like, quad kills. Not quad kill. Quad kill would be ridiculous, so he multi-kills. Pulse bomb for Pelican, goes a little wide. Terror Surge coming in.
Quad kill at this point is the entire team.
Exactly. Terror Surge for someone, tried to stay alive by the looks of it. Probably a connection from Pelican there with the pulse bomb. That
this is a really close game, wow.
There we go. Lead for M80 as they push the spot around this corner. And this is it, right? Ideally, you want to hold in this small little window, Warbird's gym, like you just kind of chill. And then just jostle control of the bot so it doesn't move any further, but unable to do that at Toronto, who has to play on this corner now.
Well, now you're going to have both overclocks available, right? Both overclocks, both sound barriers, so I think, nice shot there on the Sugar Free. That's probably going to force recall, or at least a blink back to the health pack.
Yeah, heads up play, just knowing that potentially the Trace is looking to make a move onto the high ground. Sugar Free in the back lines now, and here comes the overclocks. Sound barrier pretty early from Vega as they try and chase down Happy. Just make him.
Oh, nice stick, but what a fucking beat to save him.
It's going to save Happy from a
Liar is a really good support player, man.
Didn't have the firepower to take down Happy and just end up losing out the health war with this later beat from Liar. And they're still moving the payload as well. So Toronto Defiant need to come up with something here, and they're just losing another one. They've laid down this rush map, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to win this fight.
No, as soon as the rush goes down, they end up losing their Lucio, right? So you don't really have that kind of speed in that position. They go all out for Happy, and M80 able to keep him alive using
wow, M80 looks like they're fucking cooking here. Chat, whose map pick was this? Does anyone know?
This time, Sugar Free finds the kill, though, on the Soldier.
There's the kill that you want. Alrighty, no checkpoint either by M80.
This was M80's map pick?
6 minutes to go.
Holy shit.
Street moment.
It does look like it. Dude, how can you be called Toronto Defiant and be losing on the only fucking Toronto map in the game? How?
Like, if you're Toronto, like, sure, you gave up 50, 55 meters, but, like, giving up that checkpoint's like when it starts to feel pretty brutal, and it's also where teams
literally
start to
have
together,
map advantage.
20+
this is in
meters
your
every time they get the
home
bot together, and it goes deeper and deeper.
This is in your home country,
and it forces you to win more fights to even get back to that other side. So, I think if you're Toronto,
they
it's
didn't
just
make it to the grand final, so the logic doesn't work.
Right? They're kind of like working back now towards the middle
logic
of the map,
doesn't work in my stream.
To try and get a fight.
The time
go buy the battle pass
to get back from Swarm to an engagement is pretty slim too. A lot of long sight lines on this map, and this bot has to make a big like U-turn to try and get to the other side.
Ow! Ow! Chat, you see this? Ow! Wow, you actually were punching.
They're trying to push Merit off high ground. They're trying to punish him at least somewhat for taking height.
You see this, chat? Ow! Wait, why are you saying double leap? Do I? Why didn't even move your hand anymore?
Yeah, Toronto, I feel like just playing a little bit slow, just trying to
like let go of your hand. You were like still punching. What the hell?
Some of their ultimates, right? They're gonna have double support ultimate. They're gonna have all 5 here coming up. Just playing this type of patient play.
Yeah, I mean, Sugar Free's also just playing on these stairs, making sure the bot doesn't get stolen away by Pelican or anybody from M80 from that matter. It's just all about getting a kill. Oh, whoa, that was close.
This went from like a frenetic pace to now just like a snail's pace. Is the bot just kind of stuck in this position. I don't think Toronto wants to be the team that kind of like advances around the corner, but now they will, as Merit does have the overclock.
Trying to search for targets. Everybody's hiding from it.
Are you going to give one to Sushi? I mean, Noodle now?
They had Hawk split off.
The rush. Also, almost no CDs left. He's got one big one, though. That's the ults. Terrashows doesn't find too much. Here comes the beat from Vega and from Liar. Trying to run down Merit, but Merit's more than safe in the front line.
Damn!
As Happy unleashes the overclock. A swift spear, though, does end up killing him. And with someone going super low, it's up to the Tracers to try and secure these kills. It's Pelican and Hawk in the kill feed now. With Liar finishing up a kill onto Sugar Free, and Toronto Defiant lose control of the bots. M80 with a nice fight win, but they're not going to be able to get it too far at all.
No, both teams just push around the corner. Everybody's got their ultimates kind of out. Literally everything across the board used at one time. A little bit of a classic Overwatch fight. Everybody's saving up, and then everybody just kind of like dumping all these ultimates in. Now, yeah, you're not going to be able to get any progress though, right? If you're M80, you're just going to get the bot back, and that is a nasty shot there. I don't even know if that was a railgun shot. It looked like actually just kind of like just primary fire. Yeah, just a random bullet, you know, with some damage that comes in there from Vega that finishes off Ultraviolet. So pretty big pit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time with Sojourns, you hit a body shot and then you just finish it off with the little bullets, or the other way around. Chunk them down a little bit, then just one shot. Pretty good at that now. All right, pole spawn for Pelican could be the difference maker for M80. He's got it already. Good stick.
Nice.
Where's the Suzu? There it is.
Never mind. Lol, Suzu.
Just tracking Pelican's pulse on pretty hard at the best of times.
Yo, what's up, Chocolate? How you doing, my dude? I hope you're having a great day. Also, you look good.
Speaking of which, spot's been stolen.
Well, I think Toronto just gives up the space, right? They don't have the Suzu. They don't want to push in as Merit finds yet another one, man. As that's 2 fights in a row. Last time it was Ultraviolet. This time it was Liar.
They're going to try and get him. Terror Surge comes in. Suzu to get behind that corner, and Hawk just grabbed everybody in, but there was a little little cubby that everybody could get around.
Thanks, but where's my pink mercy? I'll do it at the end.
Right back in the corner. Just dump all
we were waiting for you.
Oh, some staggers
after the grand finals.
This is going to be checkpoint. So you see how patient they play. Like they don't mind, you know, giving up some space and whatnot, just getting the fight that matters to them. And then also when you have a Hitscan player like Merit who can just find these one shots, just let him search for a little bit,
wait,
right?
Toronto Defiant came back and now they're winning?
Maybe they should have sniffed that
Damn!
one out. Happy, the target right
I didn't even look at the top of the screen. It's been a while.
Oh, Pulse still gets the kill though. It'll do. They end up trading their Sojourns. Here comes the Terror Surge from someone. He's going to split up the team. Ultraviolet in a little bit of trouble. Has to use the Swift End to get away. And someone happily accepting this 1v1 right now versus Hawk. Although getting the sound barrier late from Liar there did aid Hawk in getting that
yeah, Liar's a really good fucking support player, man.
Point in 74 meters there for Toronto. A minute to go for M80, and that slow, patient style of play, like you were mentioning, is really paying dividends now.
And I think for M80, this is like a must-win fight coming up, right? You lose this fight, the bot goes all the way back towards your territory. You're in like 20 seconds left, and then you got to run the bot back, you know, probably 2-3 fights in a row to be able to take it. Still no checkpoint for M80, as this is a must-win fight, probably a must-win map as well.
Add another one to the books. Oh, that overclock narrowly grazing Vega there. However, checkpoint.
They'll get checkpoint. Yeah.
Achieved.
Sojourn Gun and Jade actually looks kind of nice.
Yeah, that feels worth it, right?
Oh, both Lucio's going down. Vega trying to rejoin the rest of the team. Didn't realize Happy had a fully charged railgun. They're going to be able to push up, but the spawns are so close.
Yeah, Sugar Free's building this pulse bomb, and then Merit also building up here towards his own overclock. So 2 big ultimates coming online for the Defiant. As M80 backs out, they don't want to fight up in that, you know, towards the high
super
ground.
low. This might be a free kill for the Tracer. He sees Happy in his sights, but has to hit the recall. Too much damage was incoming there.
This is a game, chat. This is a game. Someone's on point, but he's going to need help, bro. He's dying.
Disruptor shot on top. The damage from Sugar Free is good. The Pulse Bomb needs to connect. There's the Suzu. Now's your chance. Pulse Bomb on the wall, but he can't quite get it. Vega and someone end up falling over. And Merit for the high ground. He needs to find kills. There's the lead taken. And M80 aren't out of this just yet.
At least it's not a close. I mean, at least it's not a blowout, chat. At least it's not a blowout.
In the
Wait, what is
final
this?
seconds there.
Are you lifting double at the gym? What am I saying? You don't go to the gym.
Yeah, on my birthday, absolutely. I make sure I go on my birthday.
Only on your birthday. Heard it here first. Once a year for Mats. Nice little early push from Toronto Defiant. Want to keep up that pressure. Sugar Free on the Genji, so very different looks. Genji's
oh yeah,
so
this
good
is
recently,
different.
and I've really liked players picking up the pick. Because a lot of the time it forces a sound barrier out of the Lucio, which has been basically the key ultimate to a lot of these fight wins. Who can use the
I really wonder why
Normally
it's
kind
Genji
forced
instead of
out by the
Tracer.
Genji team. Point has been capped by M80, but
Nice.
looks like Ultraviolet caught off. But M80 decides, you know what? If you take our back, we'll take yours.
Well, it makes the Lucio have like a choice, right? It's a Pelican. I mean, just going crazy here.
I feel like the Genji is just not as good as the
choice, right?
Tracer.
Do you beat the Blade, or do you beat the, you know, whether there's like an overclock on the other side, right? Or, you know, this time, yeah, it's the enemy beat. So M80, I think their comp with the Tracer is just like a little bit more consistent, right? You know, the Genji needs to kind of get in, the dash resets, you got to do some damage down early. To make it work, where the Tracer, I mean, as you see in that last fight, right, Pelican can kind of go off on his own and just make crazy plays.
God, Merit landing a swift headshot there onto Pelican, who's almost got a pulse bomb, all that damage he did last fight. Here we go. Ring around the Rosie.
M80 actually has emotes?
Pockets full of pulse bombs. As Pelican looking to insert that somewhere. Hopefully in the back line of Toronto Defiance. Oh, good shot of the lamp. Can they get any additional damage though? Got to stand up tall now, someone. You've got a lot to deal with in the front line. This window looking rather scary. And Merit and Vega already dead. And it's overtime on this point. Someone's got a touch for Toronto Defiant. They do manage to get it, but that does leave everybody isolated on the high ground. It is someone need to get swift demise at the hands of Pelican. That
Pelican and Happy, bro.
M80 claim that first point.
Damn, bro.
And I think Toronto would actually probably want to swap and mirror what M80 is doing on their side, but you have this Blade now, right? So you're not just going to give the Blade up for nothing. So feels like you have to use it here. And then I'm curious, do they kind of switch off the Genji and maybe even bring in Sojourn, or do they kind of keep going forward with this?
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I mean, this Blade to force the beat. I mean, there's no beat, right? You force the lamp and then you maybe go in with a sound barrier of your own. Ideally, you don't lose sound barrier. You want to just win this fight with one ult. That being the Blade, ideally. Have a look, Sugar Free.
Forces recall.
Zed, he wants to get in there. There's the Blade. It's been pulled. Ultraviolet laying down that lamp. He hasn't got a dash anymore. And with that giant Terror Surge, nice little reflect kill on the Hawk, in fact, just shot himself basically there. That Terror Surge split up the team, and his Ultraviolet still taking names on this high ground. Happy, oh dear, shot too many times in that deflect. Yeah, decides, yeah, I'll just reset myself, not a problem. We've lost the fight anyway.
Yeah, he was like, eventually this is going to run out, or he just kind of resets himself. Just says, okay, you know, screw it. End up falling as, man, the flashpoints tick up so fast. I mean, this next one, you're going to kick off this fight. It's going to be like 50% already.
Good shit, Mag. Good shit.
For the Toronto Defiant. So M80, really, you're going to have what? Like, you know, one, maybe two fights here, you know, with a chance to flip this one back.
I mean, that's why I have this on, yeah.
Two windows available.
You know, I was actually going to ask you to bring that earlier.
A little bit more deadly.
I hit my knee on, you know, that thing
One
yesterday.
fully charged railgun behind that window. Is a death sentence.
You can put it there, it's fine.
Oh, Lion dead first, though. Okay, not good.
Oh, I mean, it's this
Drupal just end up getting traded. Look at that
yeah.
damage from the Arista through that window. Pretty terrifying. Even at the best of times. 95%. Toronto Defiant. It's a pretty scrappy trade. Here's the duel of the century now. Arista versus Arista. Thank God it was
your knee
over for his
okay?
side.
No, I hit.
Someone takes
Have you guys ever like?
That will be the point.
Nice, it's a tie game. Have you guys ever like?
Yes, someone does
gotten out of bed and then like at the corner of your bed, it's like the bed frame,
all around is,
and it's like you guys like kick it or your knee hits it.
Kind of staying with this Genji, so getting some value out of it. That time we saw.
I hit my knee on the bed frame last night and it hurt.
Lots of chaos there.
Also, my knee hurts from like lifting.
He's going to probably have another opportunity here for a really clean blade, and M80 actually they'll have Ultraviolet end up playing the Kuriko here, so no immortality field to work with.
Happy. I mean, that was the easiest shot onto Merit, who was just standing there, but it was the spear that connected. Oh my god, it's so funny watching the Cassidy's just get flung back.
Nah, you get
completely cast in the ultimate, sadly.
I bet Emily didn't even kiss it to make it better. No, she didn't.
Toronto Defiant. Very, very.
But aren't you okay with this?
She laughed at
you're
me.
Pretty good. You don't lose anybody. You've lost the point, sure, but look how many ults you've got to come back in with. I mean, Happy's already dead. Do you even need them, really? Got to put a little bit of pressure on the point. That's exactly what they're going to do. Is
well, it has been 2 hours.
Like sound barrier.
Yeah, I mean,
super early usage.
And this allows them to hold on to their own blade. It allows them to hold on to their own sound barrier. It just feels like a potentially really early. Obviously didn't kind of see know exactly where everybody was positioned. Health bars. Maybe somebody was like in a really risky spot in terms of health and position. You needed to use it to save them, but still kind of you get 37%, but it puts you at a huge disadvantage now moving forward on this point.
Who do you want to win?
And so many ultimates in Toronto too.
Want me to win?
And if they really wanted, they could aggro beat, but you just got to throw Blade in. I think Sugar Free's just going to try and go at it.
You want Toronto Defiant to win?
Surge comes in. Suzu.
Why? Who do you hate?
I was half a second too late, but a smoke from Pelican actually evens this one up. Sound barrier from Vega to try and keep the fight going. Sugar Free still with the Blade and Merit with a high noon. I don't think they've really got the tools here to really turn this one around. I mean, maybe Merit can find a cheeky little pick off here, but Sugar Free not along for the world.
Oh, nice.
Good flip from M80 there. That pulse bomb from Pelican. Just started.
I mean, I don't think M80 is going to win the next fight, though, because the Toronto Defiant's coming in here with 3 ults. Steals bad man.
Using their Kitsune rush.
Who do you think wins this point?
On in behind that, and Toronto Defiant, you end up losing someone. They end up using the sound barrier, but M80 just takes a beat, just like kind of waits for a second, and then pushes on in and just cleans everybody up.
All right, slowly now. M80 have taken the lead as Toronto Defiant try and make their ascent onto this high ground. High Noon's going to make it a little bit easier, but Happy is the first to fall. High Noon's a good zoning tool, and yeah, Hawk just suffering so much damage.
Yeah,
oh, how did that magnate him? My word. That did like a maze.
Do you want me to stream longer? I want to take a nap.
That was ridiculous.
You want to stream for me?
OT now, 99%.
It's like Hook 1.0, but just kind of has a mind of its own sometimes.
I'll put it
goes
on
around
at
the side
the
of
end,
walls. Toronto,
and then I'll add my stream because I want to take a nap.
They can kind of push M80 back as it'll just be Pelican who gets a touch, so will force OT.
Pelican got touched. There's the blade into the Terror Surge. Sugar Free taking a lot of damage.
Wow.
Pelican just stands in front of him. What? He just dashes in front. Didn't think maybe Sugar Free was going to swing that. I mean, Sugar Free just kills 2 at the very end.
I don't know what Pelican was doing there, but
that was a mistake from Pelican. You got to admit, Toronto Defiant take that point.
Maybe you thought he was weak enough that he was going to be able to just finish him off, right? In that type of position, because he gets hit with a Terror Surge and lots of damage coming around. But yeah, just swipes, takes the Tracer out, and that puts Toronto on Flashpoint point here on New Junk City, and then also, I mean, they
said
would
we could just take a screenshot and send it there.
Pretty damn close. M80 saved a lot of ultimates in that last fight, though. You lose the fight, but you saved ults, yeah. Copium tanks at full charge right now. Happy, Pelican, and Liar, and even Ultraviolet now. Stick onto Merit, hit the roll, and the lamp came out. Double layer of protection there. Magnade over the top. And here comes the body block from someone. He's trying to make this one work. There's a couple of skulls built up, but any peekers, yes, Liar ends up going down. Peeks at the last moment there, the last frame of that ult. They end up trading pretty well, though, however. M80 still come up with a kill onto Merit and Vega, as the point is theirs once more.
That is pretty fortunate that they find those 2 kills right after, as Merit now will go over to the Sojourn. So wants to play this as a little bit more range, a little bit mobility here and some high ground, right, that you may want to contest. So, but man, being able to find that kill with the Deadeye, being able to bounce back is huge there for M80. I mean, that could have been backbreaking.
High Noon, however, now you're going to have to contend with this window. Oh, Sugar Free's right there.
That's a kill. Oh, wow.
But no more High Noon. Sound barriers from both sides. Terror Surge boops everybody in. And Merit in trouble. It's all good, though, because Sugar Free's got his back. These resets are looking so strong from the Genji. Even a blade earned 2. Oh, nice deflection. Hawk, and, well, how Hawk survived there, I do not know. There we go. Eventually, Merit ends up taking him down. Pelican looked like He had that clutch factor in him, he had that dog in him again, but it will be M80 on the retreats.
It feels like Pelican is always alive. You know, you never actually like kill him. It's just like whether his teammates live or not to see if he backs up. It looks like actually somebody will be on the point here for M80. It's going to be Pelican getting at about I know 50% to a cap. We're going to back up there for just a second.
Oh, nice shot.
So we're going to get close to a tie game when this next fight starts to go crazy.
Oh no, the Lucio! Oh, Vega got caught by Liar of all people. There's the Suzu, it comes out, but the deflection kill didn't end up coming through. It's actually Merit with a railgun shot onto Ultraviolets. Sugar-free and Trouble instantly healed back up to full HP.
I like the healing.
Defiant are going to try and make this last fight.
Healers doing their job in healing is
would
insane.
be perfect for their game plan and put them on match point as well. Liar goes down
wow,
last.
that's GG's.
That's
GG's, chat. It's 3-1.
There's no more taxi ready available.
And don't forget, M80 won yesterday, 3-1.
The ability to
Toronto
just
Defiant just flipped it on
is
them.
Unreal there as RuPaul keeping him up on the Kariko right at third. So using that blade is you get a touch, you find Pelican. That's kind of brutal.
You step into Merit's domain. Not today, Pelican. And Overclock finding one. Here comes the rush from Ultraviolet. They might be able to cap off of this as well. They do, in fact. This Echo pick from Happy, it comes back. It just isolates someone. Sticky bombs and focusing beam end up taking them down. But later, rush here from RuPaul is going to make sure they surge on forwards. These later picks, these stagger kills. Toronto Defiant unwavering in the all-out offense from M80. They're going to claim this third point as soon as they clear off this pesky Tracer. There's no more dog in Pelican, unfortunately, as Toronto Defiant will eventually clear the rest of M80 off of this point. But a sound barrier comes in at the very end from Liar. It did hit two, but Hawk is dead. A victory beat from Vega, and Toronto Defiant now are on match points.
I think so, yeah.
I think they play very
Jay's cake makes Doom cake look like a cupcake.
I think.
Doom's cake? Yeah, yours is like a giant Costco family-sized cake.
We change now. Wait.
An entire village.
Yeah, they're in bad break. Run down those.
We're watching the tournament. Come on.
Don't be the chest.
Lucio Kitty?
Yeah.
Just making me feel some type of way.
When someone drops point, we can go. We're faster.
We go top left and map heals, I think.
Yeah, we can. Go left.
We can go top.
Yeah,
Come top left, we can map heal.
You ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Let's
He's fair. We're so close, we're so good,
Wrist
right.
Wrist Push. Go.
Wow, Happy is demolishing right now.
Break first.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stop one.
I push guys. Go. Kill. Nice.
Alright.
Are we on, I think?
No.
Really decisive shot calling there from M80. Calling out the Orisa CDs and then just going for that push. Really nice stuff. Calling the amp heal and Suzu and whatnot as well. Nice starts. Just dislodging the high ground.
It was a nice adjustment as well to go over to the Lucio, right? I think they kind of quickly talked about, I know how they didn't really love what Toronto Defiant were running, right? I don't think it's that great of a comp, and like figured out how they can really attack it with this Lucio speed and collapse. So really nice adjustments from M80 at the start. Gonna need to win another fight or two though to get this first checkpoint.
Trying to push through this window, and someone just the only one that's using it right now. It's a lot of damage from the Orisa, but unfortunately that railgun landing in Merit should be the end of this fight. I mean, Toronto Defiant now just on a slow bleed out. It's a very quick push from M80 despite the time on the clock right now. It's very hard to get it around this corner. We see a lot of teams being stalled here, so you take this with time.
How many J weapons do you have? I have 2. I have Ash and Tracer.
Yeah, and I wonder how long. I mean, Toronto, right? You have this, you have the Bob, you have the Rally. Feels like you're kind of stuck on this comp for now, but feels like that with what M80 is doing with playing aggressive, you know, with this Sojourn, Kiri Lucio, you're able to just kind of collapse on the Ash. Just the kind of like chip damage doesn't really matter.
Oh, good boot by Liar. Where's the Bob? Not sure, but it's not in the fight. That is something I do know. Terror Surge coming in, Sugar-free, waiting to stick in this pulse bomb. Nice little bash there from Vega, just dashes over towards Hawk and Merit's dynamite, and his bullets will do the rest.
Yeah, so maybe now you can get more value out of it, right? Because you kind of slowed things down. Now you can kind of control the high ground, where before it was just kind of the constant.
Did not expect to join and see M80 getting
so
obliterated by Toronto. True.
Right? It's going to be
after yesterday's game, you would think M80 would be like on top of their shit, but it looks like Toronto Defiant like VOD reviewed and learned from their mistakes.
Quick rotation. Oh, Liar's quite lucky. A lot of architecture you can hide behind though, so you're all chilling. All right, we'll see how Toronto Defiant respond. It's just going to be a flip of the map here, so the high ground advantage in M80's favor right now. If they can continue having merit on this, it's not an off angle, but he's like kind of right at the back here with RuPaul. It can be quite frustrating to deal with if you're Hawk, having to walk up like that. And in fact, no, they're just going to flip again, so now they're on low ground.
Yeah, but look at how much they closed the gap between these two teams. Now they're so much closer together as opposed to Toronto controlling that high ground.
What a stick onto Liar from Sugar Free. They wanted to try and take down Merit, and you look how many resources just being pumped in, and Merit still comes up with 2 kills in that fight, despite 5 people from M80 looking and shooting at him. Nice stagger onto Happy too.
Yeah, it's just a stagger here. They do get the kill on Happy. Just tried to slide away, make it a little bit interesting, but yeah, they actually do a really nice job. I actually thought M80 kind of like rotating around the map, you know, using their speed to force a closer position for them to attack from. So I see Pelican gets really low, actually just trying to push his way up towards that payload, where I thought it was really good for M80, but just not able to secure that kill on a Merit as Merit finds another one off spawn. This is where, you know, this Ashe becomes really strong, right? Controlling this high ground here as they're trying to push it up, just constantly just doing damage.
Yeah, and the Bob is so strong in these caves as well. As long as it doesn't get booped or anything like out of LOS, you just send it. Hopefully it doesn't get speared, booped, whatever, and it's just annoying. It's like an extra person just perma-firing your front line. Real rough stuff. Oh, good dynamite too. All right, that'll be Bob in about 10%. It's a couple of shots.
Emily's paying me. She's just using me.
20 on the clock, right?
He's in debt, guys.
You're looking at what, this fight and then another one
Why
here
do you think
for
he was
M80 before you were in OT. So although they had a really good point A take,
here's the Bob.
May go for nothing.
Look at Bob's LOS as well. Almost perfect.
They've
chased Hawk away.
Bob shooting Hawk though, yeah.
They managed to get Hawk out of there. Terror Surge for someone, doesn't end up finding anybody, so just uses it. More of a style thing.
Laugh, go on.
I feel
the Bob got like dislodged around the corner, but it's still not line of sight of Hawk. Just Hawk pushes around the corner, takes tons of damage. Oh wow.
They're beating in. The spear onto Happy, forces them back. Here comes the rush. Sound barrier, no available for Toronto Defiant, obviously no Lucio, but this Brig over health is just going to be so hard to take down.
There's so many things going on, it's crazy.
On Vega there, but still stood up.
How you doing,
to the
Violet?
test of the damage.
I mean, I think you're just using the sound barrier.
There is zero reason Reinhardt's
open up some space.
There's zero reason Rein has a fatter ass than Brig.
All your support ults gone for M80, pushing up into the high ground now, where Toronto Defiant only needs one more fight.
Happy can't get a pick either. It's so difficult for Happy there. There's so much overhealth still remaining from that rally. Happy just getting chunked out in the backline as well. Merit almost a perfect
that dynamite back there would be
to get
huge.
some damage in. Someone with a spear to Happy's back is going to come up with a kill.
Chat, this might be game. This might be game.
For M80 as
if M80 doesn't full hold this,
I think their journey
I think Toronto Defiant's winning.
Will end
I think as soon as Toronto Defiant caps first, it's over.
Have a clear goal in mind. Get it to those caves, get it up that ramp, and take victory.
But the good news for M80 is that this map is really
obviously good there
easily
from M80 getting that first checkpoint. But no, then it was all Toronto. Once they kind of stopped that bleeding and was able to kind of gain control, play a little bit slower, then Ashe is set up in fantastic positions to do some work.
That was a really nice push initially, though, from M80. Their initial attack was fantastic. Obviously, we listened to the comms just to see what was up, and their decisive decision-making and like how they approached that first fight, dislodging the high ground, was really sublime. Let's get a Toronto listening to compare.
If they bot play, we can just point the corner and walk in, okay? We can walk in.
Okay.
Because you can have a point.
Yeah, I will.
Not the
maybe like we don't need a hard push top. I think we can just first point.
Yeah.
Today Pelican like
what's wrong with my water glass?
Randomly.
Pelican always nervous at finals, just normal.
Free.
Break, okay. Have Hapuri. You don't want to Genji, right? Just Tracer?
No, Tracer better.
Tracer better.
Yeah.
I think cut
They're
my
shooting
nails.
force enemy tracer
I fold my
and ready for
clothes.
walking down, okay?
Want me to paint your nails?
No, I need to cut my
If
nails and
Aristo
fold
acing
my
you, you
clothes.
can't walk up, okay?
Yeah.
Paint my nails. Yeah, what color are you gonna paint my nails?
Alright, we're back in.
Blue?
There you go, someone calling just to force out Tracer. Can find the
No.
low ground. Just hopefully waiting for Merits to get a pick.
Yeah, as you'll see, a mirror of the Ashe here, right? So, gonna play that Ashe on the high ground here.
I love
just
seeing
trying
Ashe
to
being
get some
played.
more
I want to
chip
play
damage
Ashe.
as people try and walk up these narrow corridors that are on Shambali, right? And pretty narrow chokes throughout the entire map.
And they're going to do the same thing? Probably. I've got the amp up heals, but that Inspire still does a lot. A Dynamite actually burning Pelican alive, I think.
I folded
Unfortunate
my-
stuff. Here you go. Here's the push. RuPaul just keeping his front liners alive. Still that fire damage just so annoying to deal with because it applies that DPS passive to everybody.
Oh yeah, no wonder.
Now they found Hawk in a small room. They try and body block him. There's the lamp to try and save him, but it's
I
not
think
enough.
the freezer's
Good aim
fine.
from Sugar Free to just chunking down that brig. My word, though. Happy and Pelican still come back with kills. Like, that's absurd.
Oh!
I mean, that you shouldn't win fights like that. I mean, that is just so stupid that Pelican and Happy just absolutely dominate there towards the second half of that fight. Do I think they're going to be able to get like a hold here? Like, you still have some players coming off a respawn, right? So you might have to back up just
like
a
that
little bit.
moment
But
there.
Oh, they're fighting.
that potentially stops a lot of progress there. So that's huge.
Ooh, they're throwing hands, but hands were thrown right back. Pelican got smacked by Merit. That's a window and a bob used by M80 to try and control the high ground, and they lose a Tracer. Uh-oh, and now I don't think Li's going to survive this one, sadly. 1 HP dashes out the window, and there we go. Okay, Toronto Defiant.
Oh, they might stagger him.
Come on now. Oh, Hawk, my boy.
Poor guy.
There we go. He ends up going down. Nice small stagger, but that might be the difference maker.
Yeah, I mean, what that little bit of time is going to allow the payload to cross these
There's no Lucio.
narrow choke and then make it around the corner.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
but no
right, I'm telling
Lucio. I
you.
mean, we have spear spin to
wants
make it
me-
out of
she
spawn,
wants me
right?
dead.
But like, yeah, you see how far away he is. Sugar Free going to go for a spawn camp on him?
No,
maybe?
he's just trying to get a pulse on the brig, I think. Oh, what a stick! Shifted out of there, but it was too little, too late. Happy. An alley-oop from Sugar Free.
Yep, this is
And
game
with
chat.
Merit
This is
fighting
game
too
right
as
here.
well.
That was a
M80.
big team
They've
fight for
disappeared
Toronto.
off the map.
That's
A
4
team kill,
minutes
4
to push
minutes
it
to go.
63
And look
meters.
where
That's
this
GG's,
gold to
bro.
victory is.
I mean, that is a,
Does
that is
Noodle
a
not like you? No, it's
long-range
not
pulse
Noodle that
bomb
doesn't
there
like me, it's
from
Sushi.
Sugar Free as he lurks up.
She's like,
We had a little bit more lurking here. Is look at this.
she's a
Come on.
scaredy cat.
Pushing over the
Defiant
corner.
comeback?
Pelican actually
Yeah.
switches over to the Genji. So
Even
pretty
though I
fortunate
would
for
want to
M80,
see
he actually
M80
just
win.
jumps into that window, spots them just
Because
lurking around the
M80
corner, or else,
I mean, Toronto
they
did
were gonna
win
walk
stage
right
1
into the
finals.
Terror Surge, no speed to get out.
It would be nice to see a new, what do you call it,
M80.
winner.
They got to try summon here. It's Genji so far away from the blade, obviously, like you just said, Matt only just swapped. Terror Surge available from M80, as well as that rally. The rally's the big one. Of course, Vega used that at the last fight, so you're looking for M80 to just kind of hold on. They don't want to use it too early, as Toronto Defiant have so much time in their time bank to play with.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates for M80. I think if you're
Oh
the
my
Defiant,
God,
you have to kind of
Wonton
probably
Sushi.
realize that. See if you can work one of these ultimates out. Looks like potentially building up towards this RuPaul Amp Matrix, and then maybe you decide to go, as they're letting RuPaul take all this healing onto someone.
Pretty smart play. Exactly right. Here's the window from RuPaul. They're going to go for a flank. Oh, they are. They're going to flank window with the
flank
Ashe.
window.
The Terror Surge is going to come in.
Oh.
Merrick clicks on Happy's head, instantly killing
Oh,
him.
and that was a good
There's
play by
rotation from
someone
Lion
to
with the
run in
rally.
there and
That
try to
window's
pull
been
them
used.
all
The Terror
into the
Surge as
LOS of the
well.
window.
Merrick just descends down onto the Terror Surge, gets taken out. Pelican dashes to the payload. There's no C9 in progress. Ultimate's coming up from M80's DPS, but Toronto Defiant still trying to push
No,
the
I
issue.
think that's
They got a
GG's.
pulse bomb in hand as well as someone and Vega on the point. But here
I think
come
that's
the
GG's
kills
right here,
for
chat.
Sugar Free.
Oh,
He's in. Pulse bomb
no,
goes
no,
wide.
Sugar
Pelican's gonna
Free.
stay alive with 10% towards that blade, but he gets speared
Oh,
out of the sky.
someone!
It is
Nah,
someone
someone's the
and Vega
GOAT.
to hold down the
Someone's the
fort.
GOAT, bro.
Toronto Defiant tower over the competition, and they are back-to-back stage champions.
Okay, friends, YouTube thinks you might like this next video, so let me know if they're right.